top story tonight, mayhem at the pep rally. An incident occurred today at a pep rally at Coolsville High, the details of which seem to be shrouded in mystery. Good evening, Coolsville citizens. I'm Gilbert B. Levant, and here's what we know. At approximately 2:15 p.m., the student body was congregated in the gymnasium for an event that was intended to cheer the Coolsville Cougars on as they prepare to face off against their rivals from Bedrock High this Friday. Our field reporter obtained this statement from school officials earlier today.
One word, disaster. It was terrible. People were running and screaming. There was an explosion and some kind of thing. I don't know. Everybody was panicked, and what had happened, basically, it was a group of students, disenfranchised, probably unloved, doing a foul and insidious prank on this wonderful school. How could they? But no one was hurt. No one was injured.
That's the official statement. However, Coolsville News has obtained this exclusive footage, which appears to have been recorded on a mobile phone. All right, here you'll see students are running from something here. You'll see in the center of your screen some sort of something. This appears to be followed by some sort of explosion, then the appearance of a spectral figure of some kind. When pressed for comment, school officials maintain that that footage is a fabrication or some sort of hoax. They say they will continue their investigation of the students they believe to be involved. And one thing's for certain, if this is a prank, school administration has a clear plan for dealing with the culprits.
I think we're going to start out with the least punishment I can give them is detentions for the rest of their life. And I think that's the least we can do. We're thinking about expelling them, maybe suspending them for a while, but oh, there's a part of me deep here that really wants to expel them because look what they have done to my school. I'm so disappointed.
In the meantime, the school does wish to lay to rest any concerns that parents may have.
And if you have any questions at all, parents out there, if you have any questions, please give me a call at the office. I will be here.
However, parents may have reason to be concerned. This incident comes on the heels of a school bus accident involving property damage on the campus of Coolsville High earlier this week. There was no one injured, but an investigation continues as to what may have caused that accident. The school's vice principal was perhaps the most immediate victim, and he spoke exclusively to Coolsville News about the accident.
To me, it was a tragedy. My beautiful brand new car, a Mustang, don't you know, a GT, destroyed. This was the instrument of destruction. Diabolical crew of students, once again, distracted the bus driver, forcing him to drive this bus into the flagpole, which then careened down onto my car. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll ever be the same. But no one was hurt. We'd had the driver debriefed and interviewed by the authorities, and it was found that he was in good health and had not been drinking or anything like that. He had just been distracted, as I said, by a group of diabolical students who will get their comeuppance, believe you me.
Coolsville News is working feverishly to bring you an exclusive interview with the bus driver behind the wheel of that bus, and we'll bring it to you as soon as we have it. Tonight, we continue our 5-part series on public education here in Coolsville in an effort to highlight the brightest students and to uncover the dark secrets facing educators. First up, spotlight on sports. The Coolsville Cougars are enjoying quite a season, led, of course, by star quarterback Fred Jones. So how does he do it? Let's see what this bright young athlete had to say to our Coolsville News reporter.
Oh, last season was great. Went 13-0. State champions. You never want to be the year that doesn't get the state championships. I mean, everybody's hoping for it and everybody's expecting it. 7 years straight. You don't want to be the one that misses out, right? I'm not the star of the team. I mean, sure, I'm the guy they carry off the field at the end of the game, but during the game, I'm riding on their shoulders as well. It's team effort, totally. Been in the gym every day. Coach has us running double drills, or 2 days, morning, afternoon. just hitting the gym, hitting the weights real hard, and just getting ready for another big season.
Quite a fine young man and quite the asset to his team, I have no doubt. You know, citizens, I was quite the asset to my team. I'm sure many of you remember me as a pigskin hero. I led the Cougars to a state championship myself. But what happens when the sports career is cut short by, say, injury or short-sightedness of scouts? We asked about that, really, the challenges faced by many up-and-coming athletes, and Jones was quick to respond.
I mean, scholarship is always the plan. It would be such an honor and privilege to go somewhere playing the sport that I love. But if it doesn't happen, then, I got some stuff to fall back on.
What do you have to fall back on?
I have no idea.
So, turning now to academics. The science fair. It's alive and well here in Coolsville. That's right. What was once the stuff of Poindexters and pocket protectors has become, well, our reporter visited with one of Coolsville's brainiest as she prepares to compete this year.
Jinkies. This is the prototype of an ethanol-based self-circulating nanoreactor. It filters negative energy through a quantum matrix by compressing relative density of atomic matter. And what I've realized is that when the kinetic instability could be addressed by the cadmium core, it works. It's amazing. It's my baby. Science is my life. I mean, my parents...
We'll get back to that young lady in just a moment, but as promised, we have the exclusive interview with the shell-shocked bus driver from the accident earlier this week. Hello, sir. Thank you for joining us. Could you please tell me from your point of view what happened?
I was so scared. I didn't know what to say or do. I'm trying to drive the bus and concentrate because the kids are my #1 priority. And I just kind of lost it for a minute. I turned, I said, hey, you kids, knock it off. And then I turned back, and bang.
Riveting stuff. Yes, now I know that oftentimes students are referred to as animals, as in, sit down, you animals, get that kid out of the locker, you animals. But could you confirm that there actually might have been an animal on the bus at the time of the accident?
I watched them all come on board. Well, you can't see them all, but one of them looked a little strange. Not quite sure. I didn't look that hard, but kind of, hey. My focus was making sure nobody tripped or failed or anything like that.
Now, sir, in your defense, is this sort of thing ever happened to you before?
I'm so careful. I have a clean record. I've never, ever had an accident. You can ask anybody. I mean, people that know me know, I'm a straight shooter. If your kids are with me or if you're with me, I'm 100%, you're 100% in my care. I'm responsible. I'm very responsible.
And we're out of time. We return now to our spotlight on the science fair.
Move away from negative energy, it'd be great, because high school is about finding your identity. I mean, I found my identity right here, but I've won the science fair 2 years in a row. So, hopefully, I will be winning this year. I think this is a great science project, except there's this one guy named Christopher, and he's just like, I'll be working on my science project, and he's sitting right next to me in chemistry, and he, looks at my science project and looks at all my diagrams and stuff like that, and it's...
Well, it's great to see that students are still finding time to crack the books. Or are they? Our studies show that reading is down 15% in our public schools, and detention is on the rise. We spoke with a local librarian who confirmed our findings that children are reading less. But she discussed the possible correlation between that and the fact that detention's on the rise.
There are no current reading interests at my school. The library is empty until 3 o'clock, in which case it fills up.
And what happens at 3?
Awful children, awful young people come into the library, and they sit there, and they're supposed to be quiet, but they do terrible things. They talk to each other, they flirt with each other, and they text message each other. In fact, I think we should start texting books to young people, in which case they would read them. I think it's quite terrible that my job has essentially been replaced with babysitting. I can't get, the really good books in there for them to read now because, things I might encourage people to read because they cut my budget. They cut it.
One type of reading, however, continues to increase, particularly at Coolsville High.
Children like mysteries. It's because, well, I don't know why they like mysteries, but you give them Aristotle. No, there's no Aristotle here, not at this school. Every book has to have a picture here.
Rich and compelling. And finally tonight, Broadway beware, Hollywood prepare. One local starlet is making quite the splash here on the local stages, specifically Coolsville High. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Daphne Blake.
I'm just really excited about stepping outside of my comfort zone this year. I think I'm going to be playing a couple of, less attractive roles this year, and it's great for me because it's a new experience, and I get to kind of see how the other half lives, so it's great. I'm quite the method actor, and I'm always in character. I could be in character right now, but you don't know because I'm that good of an actress. Also, my other passion, if you will, is costume design. I've designed every costume for the season. So, we'll see how that goes. We'll see how the people receive it. I think it should be a good thing. 5 years. Really? I see myself in front of the Academy, accepting my first major award. Maybe, producing my own films and directing. So it should be good. It'll be good, and I think I can really just give a lot back to the world and really just, represent Coolsville.
Ah, yes. Citizens, I did quite a bit of acting myself. So, tomorrow night, we conclude our series on education with more hard-hitting investigative journalism, Cafeteria Confidential. I spent hours embedded undercover as a reporter in the local school cafeterias, and I exposed truth as to what Coolsville students are actually eating.
Eggs, water, flour, cocoa, sugar, and a little dog kibble for texture.
You will be shocked and amazed at my findings. But until then, I'm Gilbert B. Levant signing off and reminding you, the citizens of Coolsville, stay cool. Good night.